to Ready Set RC, and today we have the UDIRC Rageshark, which is a 1/16 scale monster truck, but it is a ready to run. As you guys can see on this side of the panel, it comes in two different colors. We got the red, white, and blue. UDIRC is saying it has a high torque servo. Looks like it has a ESC and receiver built into one, a brushed motor, oil-filled shocks. Looks like sealed ball bearings throughout. We'll see the tire grip once we go through there, and metal gears on the truck. And one of the beauties of this truck is going to be that it is brushless ready. But let's go ahead and open this box up and see what the Rageshark is all about. Now, as I mentioned, UDIRC had reached out to me, asked me if I wanted to see what this truck was and give it a good shakedown for you guys to see on the channel. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And this is how you're going to get the truck. It's going to come in the same packaging you're seeing here today. Little cardboard. Transmitter is going to be in this plastic. Looks like it's going to come with a little grip for you to drive it with one hand. Has a plastic wheel. Gives you a little flip up there, steering trim, steering dual rate, throttle reverse, steering reverse, on-off power switch right there. Looks like you could put a lanyard right at that point. And to get your batteries in is just gonna be that action of pulling it and swiveling it up. And it looks like it takes 4 AA's down below. But it feels like a very basic transmitter. For the truck, get that plastic off. Oh, wow. This does look nice. Looks like you'll have to put the decals on yourself. No foams in the tires. That paint scheme looks really sharp. Wow. Inserts in the wheels, and it looks like, if you guys are familiar with Kyosho, that's what it looks like, guys. It looks like you're gonna unscrew this pin and it's gonna be inserted through the hex. Let's go ahead and get one of the tires off so you guys can see what that looks like. As I mentioned, it's going to look very similar to what Kyosho does on their phaser lineup. Yeah, it's the same deal. Same kind of deal where you got a screw. They have that insert, which is very similar to, I believe Traxxas has that insert where you put that insert in. And this is what I was talking about, where the screw is just going to drive through that hex. These look like 12mm hexes, so it's going to fit a 12mm size wheel on there if you're looking for different wheels for the truck. Let's get this wheel and tire back on and we'll bring you guys back in. Now, for removing the body, they have a nice little diagram which they're going to tell you is how it's locked and versus how it's not locked. We're going to push that down, lift that up, pull the body back towards you. Now, I will admit that body's a little bit of a fight to get off, and that's because the way it's hinged, the front of it kind of gets caught behind the shocks. But you're going to see that caption, system underneath, with the release right there. We'll see how this body holds on as we're running it through its paces, but that's pretty much the design of, I'm noticing all throughout, there's nothing but hex hardware, and that's a beautiful thing to see for this truck. I believe the pricing on this truck is going to come in around $120, and you can get a coupon directly on Amazon for the truck, and it brings the price down quite a bit. I don't know if that's going to be at the time of this video, but before I started filming, I noticed that the price of this truck with a coupon was coming down significantly for it, almost half. The connectors off the truck, we're going to see a T-plug connector. The battery is going to be a 7.4 volt lithium ion battery. I believe you can run this truck on a LiPo battery if you would like, but what you're going to get is lithium-ion batteries with the truck, and it is going to come with a set of 2 lithium-ion packs and a USB charger to charge these batteries when you need to. This is a beginner truck, so a lot of the links and everything that you're going to see here, it's going to be composite. They're going to be fixed. There aren't going to be any adjustments for it. What I'm noticing with the shocks is that on the shock tower, there are some adjustments. So if you're looking to do some adjustments with your shocks, you can bring them in a little bit further in, and they have a composite collar to adjust the height of the vehicle. Very nice to see on a price point, on a vehicle at this price point. You have a composite chassis bracing going along from the front to the rear of the truck. Shock towers are all composite on this vehicle. A nice composite wheelie bar coming off the rear. Bumpers feel pretty rigid, but it feels like it would take an impact. Chassis down below, nice hard composite chassis. And it's smooth, so it's gonna really roll off those bumps and dirt and everything else very nicely. For the battery tray, the battery's gonna be affixed with a Velcro strap. There are already some foam spacers in there to kind of secure that battery in there. I'm liking this truck, guys. Size, I have an Armor Granite Grom right here, and you guys can kind of see it is bigger than a Granite Grom. 1/16 scale it's going to be. But I just wanted you guys to get an idea of what the size is gonna look like versus a Granite Grom. This is very cool. They also sent a little flag for the truck. I don't see anywhere to mount it on there, but it's cool that they throw this in the box. I don't think I've seen this on a basher before. That's kind of cool. Packaging wise, give you guys an idea of what comes in the box. As I mentioned, there are decals, and you are going to have to put the decals on the truck. The beauty of this truck, and I don't believe there is, let me shake through it. I was trying to confirm if there was any protective coating on the body. There doesn't appear to be, so you can go ahead and sticker bomb this thing up. I noticed that it has this beautiful roof skid at the top and another protector in the rear. Yeah, it looks really nice. For a little bit more protection on your body. Comes with some LED lamps and instructions on how to mount those LED lamps. A bag of goodies, guys, and hopefully you're able to see that because I'm not taking this out of the bag. This is spare parts. So if you do break the arms, there are spare arms on this. So for a first timer, you don't have to sit there and wonder, when am I going to get my parts? They actually have parts available for you in the box. The upper arms, the fronts, can be used for the rears can be used for the front. You just need to flip them between the two. And when I'm talking about the lower arms, left can be used for right, and the same deal in the rear. That's the beauty of these cheaper trucks. A lot of them, that's how they save you money, save them on the build, keeps the cost down on the truck. This right here is going to be your secondary battery and your USB charger for the lithium-ion battery. And then you get the extensive UDIRC owner's manual. Give this thing a read when you get a chance. Now with the transmitter, it does not come with any of these decals that you're seeing on here. You actually have to sticker bomb the transmitter, but then the other beauty part of it is there's a throttle limit on this truck. So even for a brush vehicle, if you're not comfortable with the speeds and this is your first RC, you can set that throttle limit to 50, 75, or 100. And that will lower the speed of the vehicle. That is your throttle limiter. This little button on the side or over here, this is going to be for your lights, to turn the lights on and off. And that light switch is going to be channel 3 on the transmitter. Now the vehicle does not come with the batteries for the transmitter, so you will need to have your AA's for the transmitter. So what's next up for me with this truck? I'm going to go ahead, sticker bomb this thing, charge up some packs, and get this thing in some dirt so you guys can see how the Rageshark performs. All right, guys, the running part of the video, gonna give you guys a little taste of what this feels like. Right now, that is at 50%. We're gonna goose it all the way. It's brushed. That's 100%. That thing's got some beans for 100%. Tires aren't gripping for a damn, but this thing's got some beans for 100%. Brushed. Steering is a little touchy. Whoa. Dialed down the steering dual rate, hopefully to help with that touchy steering. But it's got some pep. And they have a brushless version of this truck. Not bad. Jumps pretty flat. Spins out a little bit still. Let me turn the dual rate down even further. All right, let's turn it to 50%. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. 50%. Now I can control it the way I want to. Dogs are behind me. Yeah, it's a lot more controllable at 50%. 50% dual rate. And imagine this on a LiPo. Oh my God. Just so that you guys are aware, it's a lithium ion it's currently running on. This isn't bad for a little Christmas gift or a little beginner RC. Price point's good too. I always like UDIRC's products. Woo, a little wheelie right there. So, can't say I would expect something to be horrible out of the box from them. There's times when I'm thinking like the engine is still spooling though. Maybe that's just the sound of the tires. But this seems like a solid little beginner RC. Dial that dual rate down, throw it on 100%. You got a solid RC. Now I wouldn't buy this and go ahead and throw in a brushless system because they have the brushless versions of these trucks. So all you need to do is buy the brushless version of it. But for a beginner, not a bad car or a bad truck. My foot again. Brakes are pretty good. Lands on those jumps flat, but as I said, it just feels like it's spooling though. Like there, it doesn't feel like the truck is slowing down when you get off that throttle. Watch. I'm gonna give you guys another one of that. No, there it did it. And I'm not looking for like a drag brake effect, but I am looking for the truck to show it's going to slow down once I get off that throttle. Decrease in speed at least. This one feels like it's just maintaining the speed, almost like there's a cruise control on it. And it doesn't do it every time, but there's times when I feel like it is. Right there. My finger was off the throttle most of the time coming back on this truck, but yet at one point it feels like it's on cruise control. For 2 seconds, the throttle feels like it's still being maintained. But I will say, the responsiveness of the controller is pretty good. So it's definitely not a reception thing. Something with that ESC that says, hey, keep running. Seems to be handling the dirt pretty well too. Listen, look at that. I was intimidated if it would. Ah. All right, we're gonna end this here. Solid truck, guys, from UDIRC. Check it out, links in the description. But we're gonna leave it here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram for the latest posts to the channel. This is Redcat RC, signing out. Thanks again, guys.